Today we're going to cover some of the options and variables that go into selecting a Sandblast cabinet and explain why there are various price differences, where you can get a blast cabinet for anywhere from $100 or $200 all the way up to $15,000 to $25,000 and more. We'll show you kind of the common features and options that you have to look at and explain why you may want to consider different choices depending on what you're doing in your particular application. So we'll go over our cabinet here. This is a Pulsar series cabinet. This would be considered for production use and for mid to heavy volume of work. And we'll kind of show you, this being a mid to top end cabinet, what you're going to get with a cabinet like this, some of the differences in this cabinet that you won't see when you're getting into cabinets that range in the $100 to a few $1,000 range. And we'll show you the differences between those cabinets as well as we walk through the cabinet. So some of the main differences you get when you go with a industrial design cabinet over a lighter use cabinet. First is a dust collector. So this is a pulse cartridge collector that automatically purges as you build up dust. A dust collector enables great visibility in the cabinet and is key for you to be able to see while you're in your blasting. So if you're blasting off dusty material, creating a lot of contaminant inside the cabinet while you're working, you need a collector to be able to see. This cabinet here comes with the cabinet collector built in. So collectors are available on cabinets ranging anywhere from about $1,500, and then they get progressively larger and more efficient and effective as you move up into the higher price range. So this is a 300 CFM automatic pulse cartridge collector. As you're looking at the lower cost cabinets in the $1,000 to $3,000 range, they may offer an upgraded collector. Their standard collector will be more of a vacuum and it'll pull about 150 CFM. This would be a 300 CFM collector, which is about as small as you get on an industrial cabinet. Ultimately, what that contributes to is your visibility. In addition, on an industrial cabinet, what you're going to get that isn't available in the low price range, anywhere from $200 up to $2,000 or $3,000, typically you're not going to see what we call a media reclaim system. This system pulls the dust and fine media that's broken up from blasting the surface and then leaves pure, clean, original media. That allows you to blast continuously without the need to siphon through the media you use. A lower cost collector would just have cabinet would just have a trough at the bottom that your media will go into. One thing to note though, if you're blasting off a lot of contaminant on your surface, things that are oily that could actually be problematic if you're going to paint the surface, having a reclaimer, you would need to wash that part properly to remove any sort of oils and grease that are on the surface prior to blasting. So if you're doing that sort of work and it's light, a lower cost cabinet could make a lot of sense. Also, higher, more expensive cabinets come in suction and pressure fed options. Pressure fed's usually 2 to 3 times faster, which will eventually show you the difference you'll get with a pressure blaster cabinet over a siphon feed. This is a siphon feed cabinet. So those are some of the main component differences in the lower cost cabinets between when you jump from there to an industrial cabinet. We'll go ahead and show you the inside of the cabinet, and then we'll do a brief video of the cabinet in use so you can see sort of the visibility that you're being able to have because this cabinet has the collector, and then we'll show you how the media is continually being fed to the unit. Alright, we're going to show you the cabinet in action. We're blasting some paint off of a fluid section of an airless paint sprayer. So a relatively dusty situation can create a fair bit of dust. You can see visibility stays pretty good throughout the blasting, and that's because of the dust collector. Additionally, my media is going down into the trough, and that way I can continue to blast without the need to continue to wait or sift through media every time I'm done. This is glass bead we're using. The cabinet itself is designed for better productivity as well as far as how it delivers media. So you get a little bit faster process time than you would out of a very low cost budget cabinet. That's due to plumbing, hose size, and a variety of other factors. You can hear the collector. It will purge itself when I let go of the pedal here. So you see the visibility stays really strong throughout, and overall that's one of the biggest benefits, and that the reclaiming of media. Typically the reclaiming media starts in a cabinet around $5,000 and up, and then a good collector like this, if you get a 400 CFM collector, you should see visibility is relatively strong, but generally speaking the collector in this cabinet is a little better than a lower cost cabinet that would be $2,000 or $3,000. So those are some of the cabinet differences and kind of what you get. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching.